The Jonathan Kuminga free agency saga is almost at a resolution. I promise you guys, we basically have a week until the deadline hits for him accepting the qualifying offer, if that ends up being the case. We have some new reports from NBA Insider Marc Stein on what the Warriors' plans are as far as filling out their roster and where they are with JK as it stands right now, Tuesday, September 23rd. Before we get into all of that, though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're trying to get to 98,000 subscribers here at Warriors Today by training camp, which is just 1 week away. So, can 173 diehard Dubs fans go down below and hit that subscribe button for free Warriors content every single day on YouTube? Because, yes, like you guys need to go down there and hit that subscribe button. Golden State needs to kind of get their moves in order here. With training camp media day just 1 week away, I think less than 1 week away at this point, like, Golden State needs to kind of get the ball moving here. Like, nobody's been able to mesh. Like, we have reportedly a bunch of new faces coming in, and they haven't been out there sharing the court together, practicing, getting to know each other, getting to build that chemistry that normal teammates would get to in any random offseason. No, the Warriors still have 6 open slots on their roster that will eventually be consumed by Kuminga and a couple other impending free agents. Here is what Marc Stein had to say on the whole situation. Warriors veterans are expected to convene for a mini-camp of their own later this week before Golden State's training camp officially opens September 30th. That knowledge inevitably makes you wonder how many of the familiar names Golden State has been expected for the past several weeks to sign once the Kuminga situation is resolved. So it's cool to see that the vets are making an effort here to get some guys together before training camp gets actually underway, with them not really, being acquainted so far this offseason because they're not on the roster yet. They haven't really been able to share the basketball court. So a cool idea here to get a mini camp kind of done in the lead up to training camp. But that mini camp might not actually happen. With the recent NBA news that has been dropped, Shams Charania reported on Tuesday that Fred VanVleet, the Rockets' point guard, has torn his ACL and will miss the entire 25-26 campaign. So that might cause for a little bit of concern, a little bit of cautiousness from the Warriors vets here to not get into any workouts or basketball activity here before team action and mandated practices start getting underway. But speaking of the names that could end up being at this talked about mini camp here, the impending free agent additions for the Golden State Warriors, we do have some more insight and some confirmation on those names. Marc Stein with this. He says that there is strong expectation league-wide now that the Warriors will also be signing Seth Curry in addition to the Al Horford, DeAnthony Melton, and Gary Payton trio. Golden State currently has 6 roster spots open. It's believed that they will be filled by Horford, Melton, Payton, Stephen Curry's younger brother Seth, second-round pick Will Richard, and, of course, Jonathan Kuminga. This is tough. This right here, this is tough. We got the Splash family joining forces here in the Bay Area for the first time. If you guys don't know, actually, Seth Curry was a part of the Warriors organization at one point, but never got out of the D-League, as it was once named back in 2013-14. He was a member of the C-Dubs, the Santa Cruz Warriors there, but never ended up getting in the blue and gold in Oakland or the San Francisco Bay Area here. So it's cool to see that Seth Curry will be joining Steph. I'm curious to see if that will, maybe just overall help the vibes of the season. Help Steph, get that extra 1%, of production in his game here, having his brother out there for moral support. And you know what? For physical support, too, this guy can play hoops, man. He can absolutely shoot the basketball. A guy who's been a plus 40% three-point shooter for basically his entire NBA career at this point. He's been bouncing around. He's been a kind of a journeyman throughout his NBA career, but this is a guy who's been in the league for 12 seasons now, and he's going out there and getting another contract with Golden State here, coming off a season where he averaged, decent numbers in 68 games. He's always available as well, 7 points a game, 45% from three-point range. Yeah, that is disgusting. Look, there are absolutely defensive limitations with Seth Curry. There's going to be minutes where I'm yelling at the television screen because Seth gets absolutely just cooked on a defensive assignment. But you know what? With the versatility he has as far as being a floor spacer, I'm excited to see him get into the mix here. And I'm just excited to see the overall vibes with him and his brother on the same team for the first time. Other offseason moves, like Stein just mentioned, Al Horford going to be joining the team on what has been reported as a 2-year deal with a player option in the second year of the contract. The taxpayer mid-level exception of about $5.5–6 million will be used on Al Horford there to be the Warriors starting center here for this upcoming season. It's unknown how many minutes he will be playing on a nightly basis. He is 39 years old, but the Warriors in their front court depth is not exactly the best in the league, so he's going to be having a big responsibility here. I'm excited to see what he can provide as a floor spacing center that can also move on the defensive end as well. Don't take that 39 years old as a reason that he cannot move. DeAnthony Melton, it was awesome having DeAnthony Melton for 12 games as a Golden State Warrior last season. They were started out 12-3, and he was their starting two guard. Can he be healthy for this entire season? I think if that's the case, there's a solid chance that we see DeAnthony Melton back in the starting lineup, or at least playing a substantial role in Steve Kerr's offense here. So excited about that pickup, an absolute two-way player. Not exactly two-way players here, though. Gary Payton on one side of the fence, and then Seth Curry on the other side. GP2, obviously, we know, can play defense like some of the best in the NBA. Guard 1, 2s, 3s, and even some small ball 4s. You see him on, roaming around that dunker spot a whole heck of a lot. But personally, I'm trying to see a little bit less, fewer Gary Payton the second minutes this upcoming year. He played a little bit too much in the postseason for my liking. And then Seth Curry, obviously, who we talked about as well. So those are your free agent and offseason moves for your Golden State Warriors. Obviously, Will Richard, the second-round pick for Golden State, will be in the mix as well. But with that being said, grade the Golden State Warriors offseason down for me in the comments section. With these moves that you see on screen, and, the Kuminga deal not exactly ironed out yet, he will be back with the roster. That's why I got a star up there in the title of offseason moves. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think of the Dubs moves down in the offseason. I think it would probably be somewhere in the realm of a C+, B- range, but we'll see how the Kuminga stuff gets sorted out. That's where we shift our focus to now. What did Marc Stein say about Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors standoff with their contract dispute? Stein did predict, he wanted to make it clear, and this is not a report, more so a prediction, that Kuminga will end up accepting the Warriors' newest 3-year offer of $75.2 million with a team option in the third season, if that offer is still on the table here with these last couple of days before the qualifying offer deadline. At this point, Kuminga has declined that offer. We'll see if he ends up caving. More from Stein here. The Warriors' 3-year pitch, worth a shade over $75 million, includes a team option for year 3 and would also strip Kuminga of his right to block any trade in year 1, which would only exist in a 2-year deal in which year 2 is either a player or team option. Kuminga's camp has fought all summer to secure a player option rather than a team option in a 2-year deal, as well as retaining the ability to block trades in year 1 as a 1-year bird. Because, as Kuminga's agent Aaron Turner openly conceded Friday amidst the series of media interviews he conducted, proceeding without those mechanisms greatly increases the likelihood that Kuminga gets traded between December 15th and the February 5th trade deadline. Makes no sense because he doesn't want to play here. So, why are we getting held up by the fact that, he could be moved by December 15th and February 5th? Well, your client, Jonathan Kuminga, has said, or the message has been sent at least, that he does not want to play with the Golden State Warriors. He does not see himself becoming the player that he wants to be or believes he can be with the Golden State Warriors, at least in this iteration of the Golden State Warriors. And then at the same time, Aaron Turner also doesn't want Jonathan Kuminga to accept the qualifying offer because, one, that would hurt his pockets as well, my friends. Don't think that Aaron Turner doesn't have some sort of skin in the game here. He wants to get paid as well. Agents get a flat fee, not a flat fee, a percentage fee of the contract that he signs. $8 million is a lot less than $20 to $25 million that he would get in the first year of a deal that the Golden State has offered to him at this point. So Aaron Turner doesn't want Kuminga to accept the qualifying offer, but he also doesn't, it looks like from that messaging, doesn't want him to get traded this season. I don't really know where these guys are at, but I really hope we come to a resolution that's not the qualifying offer. And Golden State can't really afford to let him sign the qualifying offer at this point. It would absolutely doom them. You guys have heard all that at this point. Current offers as it stands right now, they got the qualifying offer there, the 2-year $45 million with the team option. That's the one that does carry a no-trade clause. So Golden State would force Kuminga to waive that, and I think that one's kind of completely off the table at this point. I believe this one's off the table too. 3 years, $54 million, all guaranteed. I just think Kuminga would probably rather play for the qualifying offer than 3 years, 54, especially, he would be foregoing, I think, less than $10 million in this first year of that contract. So that makes no sense there. 3 years for 75. That's comparable money to what Josh Giddey got, just one less year, and obviously a team option on the back end of that. But $25 million a season. Look, I know we actually did a video a couple days ago about Kuminga not really being about the money. To this point, it has not been about the money for JK. But you're surrendering $40 million on this deal. If you go out there and accept the qualifying offer, 1 year, $8 million, risking not making that money back on the next contract that you sign because you would have a lot of uncertainty in your role on the roster, you'd be foregoing $40 million of guaranteed money. At some point, it becomes irresponsible to do that for Jonathan Kuminga and his representation as well, and I think they will come to that conclusion once their backs are up against the wall here in the next couple days. What do you guys think? What's the resolution that Jonathan Kuminga and Golden State will come up to? Comment down below for me what you guys think in the comment section. Will it be a qualifying offer? Will it be that 3-year 75? Or will they go meet in the middle somewhere and will Golden State compromise and kind of budge on what Kuminga wants? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Got a little bit more on this situation. Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga, the upcoming 25-26 campaign. That in just a moment around the corner. First, though, I can tell you guys about these awesome Warriors hats. Gift-giving season's around the corner as well. I love this khaki one. I love the beige with the colored brim. That's in right now. The rope hats, the flat brim, those are all in. Got the Golden State skyline with the ocean out there as well. You can get the standard regular logo one. You can do the throwback edition as well. They're all at this link right here, chatsports.com/Warriors hats. Some of them are on sale as well. Get yours today, chatsports.com/Warriors hats. That link's in the comment section and description of today's video. When will this get resolved? Well, obviously we know the October 1st qualifying offer deadline, but Brett Siegel of Clutch Points is predicting, and he's of the opinion, that a deal goes down this week. So might have to wait that much longer on a Jonathan Kuminga signing with Golden State and the all their free agent additions coming thereafter as well. He said, I'd be surprised if the Warriors don't compromise and have him come back in his qualifying offer. I would be as well. I would also be a little bit surprised if the Warriors ended up compromising here. And my thought, as of today, because it was different yesterday and it was different the day before that, is that Kuminga will maybe actually end up accepting the $75 million offer like Marc Stein predicted. Now, if that happens, though, this is my one gripe. This is my one holdup with the whole situation because nothing is guaranteed, right? The only thing I cannot accept is Jonathan Kuminga getting that deal, playing for $20 million this upcoming season, and then going back on the message that Aaron Turner conveyed over the weekend. That he will not buy in, that he will not play complimentary basketball, that he will not play, essentially, in the best interest of the Golden State Warriors and be more in the interest of playing for himself. That is what I will not be able to stomach, be able to fathom. Because Steve Kerr is going to have an obligation to play Jonathan Kuminga big-time minutes, not only because they're paying him a lot of money, but also because they are trying to market him and sell him to other franchises as a potential trade piece. So if Jonathan Kuminga tries to go into business for himself, then, yeah, that's something that I will not be able to stomach. I will not be able to accept that, and it will be looked at as one of the worst decisions in Golden State history, giving him this deal if that's not what he's going to go out there and do. Turner, he doesn't think that's going to be the case. Here's what he had to say. The way JK moves is he really wants to keep pushing the envelope, and I'm not going to take that away from him. I actually agree with it. Can he be the player he wants to be here, right now, with this roster composition? No. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win and he's not willing to sacrifice for the group. I'll just believe it when I see it, Aaron. I'll believe it when I see it. Nothing in the past few years has signaled to us that Jonathan Kuminga is willing to play a complimentary role next to Steph, next to Draymond, next to Jimmy. So I'll believe that when I see it. I'll also believe that this is actually going to end up happening because it's been an entire summer of nonsense. We thought it was going to get done in June. Mike Dunleavy said sooner rather than later, and now we are about to be in the month of October. So this is the most unpredictable situation of all time and probably the biggest joke of a summer in Golden State Warriors history. Don't mind the free agent additions that they're bringing in, but the fact that we let Jonathan Kuminga run the offseason, it's a little embarrassing to me. What's your confidence level if or when Kuminga comes back to Golden State this upcoming year? Kuminga, next to Steph, next to Jimmy, next to Draymond. What's your confidence level in them? 1 being you have no confidence, 100 being you have the most confidence in the world. Comment down below what you guys think. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That will do it for today's edition of Golden State Warriors Today. YouTube.com/Warriors TV will keep you tapped in with everything you need to know in this Kuminga saga as it wraps up. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.